Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sporting Journey. Hope everybody's doing well. Just wanted to have a quick chat, really, about the Premier League running and who I think's going to win the Premier League, and reasons why I think they're going to win Premier League, and the reasons why I want a team to win the Premier League compared to other teams. But let's just have a quick look, right? So, first of all, do you know what we should start with before we get into this? We should start with the Premier League table, shouldn't we? So let me just get that up on screen for you so we can have a good chat about it. So if anyone was sleeping under a rock yesterday, Manchester City bet Arsenal at the Etihad, and giving casting serious doubts in the Arsenal fan base. So let's have a look at the table, right? So what did that result do to the top of the table? So here we go. As you can see, Arsenal are still top at league um, on 70 points, 3 points clear of Manchester City. Now, man, there's a 1 point goal difference in favour of Arsenal, but Manchester City have got Burnley coming up. That's their game in hand over Arsenal. So if they beat Burnley, they go level on points, and you'd expect them to win by more than 2 goals, wouldn't you, against Burnley? So you'd expect them to go to top of table with 5 games to go, both on equal points, but Manchester City with a better goal difference. So now, if we have a look at who's playing who, right? So as you can see, Man City are away at Burnley this Wednesday. Arsenal don't play until Saturday against Newcastle United. Now you'd expect Man City to beat Burnley. You'd expect Arsenal to beat Newcastle because Newcastle United this season they've fallen off of a cliff, and they just the Newcastle last season, I would have said that they'd give Arsenal a game, but this season I think Arsenal will win that game. Um, Manchester City next play in the Premier League against Crystal Palace, which is to be announced because obviously Man City are playing Southampton in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley on Saturday 25th. That's the time when Arsenal are playing Newcastle United again. So it's a great chance for Arsenal to go back to top of the table, put a bit of pressure on Arsenal, on Man City. And then on the 4th of May, Manchester City travel to Hill Dickinson Stadium to play Everton. Now, Everton were really, really unlucky yesterday against Liverpool in first in first Merseyside derby. They narrowly lost 2-1. It was Van Dijk 90 plus 5 minute winner, and it was from a set piece. So it'll be interesting to see how Everton bounce back. And then so then Arsenal play Atletico Madrid in the Champions League quarter final. The first leg's away from home at Atletico Madrid. That's going to be a tough game. But then let's go down to Premier League games, right? So Arsenal have got Fulham at home. Now Fulham are no mugs out of this under Marco Silva. I expect Arsenal to get a result against Fulham, but it won't be easy. Manchester City are at home to Brentford Saturday 9th of May. You'd expect Manchester City to win that game against Brentford. I don't think Man City's lost at home in 2 years or something, I believe, in Premier League. Their record's really, really good at the Etihad. So then on Tuesday, the 5th of May, Arsenal have got the return leg of the Champions League quarter final against Atletico Madrid at the Emirates. So that it depends on what. Hopefully, I don't pick up any injuries in that game because they can't afford to lose any more key players. Then on the 10th of May, Arsenal travel away to West Ham. Now, West Ham United are fighting for the relegation lives. And I expect West Ham to give Arsenal a really, really tough game against Arsenal at London Stadium. So maybe Arsenal drop points in that game. And then you've got Bournemouth versus Manchester City. Now, Bournemouth, Areola's I think it's Areola's last home game at season at home. He'll want to go out on a win. He'll want to win that game, but it's going to be interesting to see how they play against Manchester City. They're well rehearsed into these last few games of the season out. They've come on strong. They've got all the experience of winning. Pep Guardiola's winning manager, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But I do think Manchester City will be too strong for Bournemouth. And then Arsenal plays Burnley at home. You'd expect Arsenal fully to beat Burnley. No problems with that game. And then you've got Manchester City versus Aston Villa at the Etihad. That's going to be a really, really difficult game. And so is the Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. I think it's going to go right down to wire, you know. I really do. I think it's going to go right down to wire, and it's going to be interesting to see who does what on final day of season. It's going to be a really, really close battle. But now that we've gone through them, right, let me stop sharing screen right now. I think Man City are going to win the Premier League solely because of the experience Pep Guardiola's got, the experience the players have got of winning things, winning titles, winning trophies, just a natural born winning team at the moment. Arsenal, on the other hand, Mikel Arteta has to win his Premier League. Manchester City haven't been at their best this season. And if Arsenal, who have spent £2 billion, is it £2 billion have spent now in 6 years? If Arsenal cannot beat Manchester City in the 2025-2026 campaign, they'll never win a title under Mikel Arteta, never. And who I want to win is Man City, and I'll tell you the reason why. Arsenal fans have been giving it large all season. They're insufferable, and the people who call out the actual Arsenal fans who call out the Arsenal fan base are getting decimated by them because they're so, you know, there's more Arsenal fan bases who are all pro Arteta, pro Arsenal than there is anti Arteta and against the Arsenal ownership. And these fans who are calling out the board, the players, and the manager, they want success. They want to win titles. They want to win cups. They want to. That's what you. That's why you spend £2 billion on formulating a squad so you can go on to win these tournament, these competitions. But I don't think there's anything wrong with the Arsenal. Arsenal fan base. The minority of the Arsenal fan base wanting success for Arsenal Football Club, and if they don't see that Mikel Arteta is going to bring them success, then they're well within their rights to speak out and say why. And a lot of them do give reasons why they don't think Mikel Arteta is not going to do anything at Arsenal. But they also give out an alternative manager, which don't, not just replying with the reasons why they don't think they're going to win, but they also give out a manager who they think will win. So for calling these fans out by their own fan base is crazy. This is why I want Man City to win title. I just can't cope. I just don't think I'll be able to cope with listening to Arsenal fan base going on for the next 10 years about winning this title in 2025, 2026. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully Man City win it. But I do think it's going to go down to the wire. I really do. I think it's close. I don't think Arsenal are out of it. Yes, I think they've only won in 6 games, Arsenal now. But, they can turn that form around rather quickly, can Arsenal. They've got the squad and they've got the squad depth to do it. They've got a superstar in Max Darwin who can come on and possibly make a massive difference to Arsenal. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But yeah, my money's on Man City to win title, and I definitely want Man City to win title. Anyway, thank you for watching this edition of Sporting Journey. Until next time, guys, have a great day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye bye.